This footage, captured by the United States Army Pictorial Center, documents the final clinical act of justice following the darkest conflict in human history. This is Landsberg prison. On this morning, former officers and personnel of the defeated Third Reich, convicted of atrocities and war crimes, were led to the gallows. The images you're seeing now are not a spontaneous act of vengeance. They document the meticulous, chilling protocol of the American Long Drop Gallows used to execute some of the most notorious figures from the war. The preparation, precision, and finality. The American military had abandoned the medieval randomness of the short drop. This structure was designed for one outcome: a clean, instantaneous neck snap, a scientific death delivered by calculated force. The success of the long drop depended entirely on precision. The gallows platform was built high, engineered to deliver enough force to break the victim's C2 vertebrae, severing the spinal cord. We see the heavy hemp rope, the meticulously tied hangman's knot, and the smooth oiled wooden floor of the trapdoor. Every component here is a machine built for finality. The procedure was managed by the US Army Provost Marshal Staff. The American soldiers, disciplined and often hardened, executed the protocol with cold military efficiency. There was no spectacle, only administration. The men responsible for securing the ropes and ensuring the trapdoor functioned were trained to act quickly, refusing to allow the procedure to devolve into the chaos and cruelty of earlier historical methods. The condemned were brought directly from their cells to the execution shed. They were figures whose positions, whether as concentration camp guards or members of administrative atrocity, had led them to this final reckoning. We see the figures led forward, their hands pinioned and their dignity stripped away. The difference between the condemned and the administrators of their death is the uniform and the law. The executioner's protocol. The crucial moment was the positioning on the scaffold. The executioner's assistant secured the feet tightly with leather straps or ropes, a necessary step to prevent the body from twisting, which would result in a horrifying drawn-out strangulation rather than a quick snap. The hood was drawn, a black bag used not for concealment from the crowd, but as a final act of separation and psychological removal. Then came the noose. The heavy knot had to be placed precisely behind the victim's left ear, a location chosen because the force of the drop would propel the head forward and to the right, causing the rope to exert pressure at the correct angle to fracture the cervical spine. The entire purpose of this final protocol, the positioning, the strapping, the hooding, was to ensure that the punishment met the precise definition of the sentence. The chaos of war had ended, replaced by the grim, clinical order of the victor's justice. If you are interested in exploring the scientific and historical truths behind other difficult chapters of history, we encourage you to subscribe to Gross History to continue this necessary investigation. Please feel free to share your respectful historical commentary below.